reached a point where there is consensus amongst the world nearly that climate change is happening and we do need to make a change. We've been using these fossil fuels for the past 100 years now. We've built up a massive infrastructure. We depend greatly on these fuels. But we're also at a dangerous point where, issues with the economy and everything, people exploiting new sources of fossil oil. I think there's a temptation to just rely upon these again, and we don't have the means to wholesale change our infrastructure.
The main issue here that's stopping manufacturers acting a lot faster is because it's a financial cost as well as time. What manufacturers want to do is to use the existing technology by implementing different fuels. Myself, I look at biogas, gases that can be formed from waste products. And so it preserves the landscape. At the same time, we use what we have and try to adapt that to the existing technology.
My project is specifically looking at diesel fuels and potential new fuels to replace those. What's very groundbreaking and exciting about the pioneering work going on in the UCL lab is that we have lots of different facilities that we can bring together to study, say, a future fuel being developed. In my own lab, we have this low-volume fuel system which allows us to test very small quantities of these very novel fuels, which we're fairly sure nobody else in the world has the means to do. In a lab next door, we have an optical rig where we can actually look at how these fuels vaporise and eventually how they will combust. And then, of course, we're doing other work, such as looking at new biogases, where we use laser diagnostics to further understand and interpret how we can move towards different fuels in that area also. Within the department, I think there's a lot of different sort of areas of work that are going on in very similar fields, and when you do get the chance to meet up, it's very productive, forming collaborations with other people working on. You end up doing things you wouldn't have done otherwise, and so that really kind of pushes us on to develop new methods and find some very exciting results. A lot of people are still very focused on the first generation biofuels. When you're talking about diesel, that's the biodiesels produced from, say, palm oil or sunflower oil. We feel that a lot of work has already been done in that area, so we're looking ahead towards the second and the third generation fuels. So those are ones which are going to be produced from different biomass sources, things which aren't food crops, and then beyond that, things that are potentially produced by microorganisms like algae. So the aim of this project really is to find more sustainable fuels that are going to allow us to maintain our current quality of life, but do it in a more environmentally friendly manner.